Well, in Cabaret, I play the MC, and he is kind of the ringleader of the Kit Kat Club, and he introduces all the Kit Kat boys, all the Kit Kat girls. He moves number from one number to another and kind of keeps the show rolling, we could say. He also is just a little bit cheeky and probably sneaks in a little bit too much here and there where he shouldn't be, but he's just a little bit nosy. He cares about people, that's all.
Well, I play a character named Clifford Bradshaw. He is an American aspiring novelist who has journeyed to Berlin in search of creative inspiration and a little bit of sexual exploration. He's bisexual. I'd say he actually leans more towards homosexual, but he can be biromantic, as we soon learn in the show when he falls for Sally Bowles eventually.
I play Sally Bowles. She's a 19-year-old cabaret singer at a cabaret in Berlin. She's eccentric, vivacious, thrilling, and complicated.
I'm Jill Ziegler, and I play Fraulein Schneider. During the day, I work at Wells Fargo, and have been doing theater here and around town for several years, since I was young, and I started in middle school and up through college, and this is actually the third time that I'm playing Fraulein Schneider. I played it once in college at Syracuse University, and then several years ago at the Basement Bar with Des Moines on stage, and now on the Playhouse boards. So it's a lot of fun to reprise the role and discover new things about the character, and having a great scene partner in Craig Peterson.
Yes, and I'm Craig Peterson, and I'm in healthcare during the day, and I am playing Herr Schultz. And Herr Schultz is the proprietor of the fruit shop, the finest fruit shop.
The finest fruit shop
Platz.
on the Nollendorf Platz, indeed.
Yes, yes. And I think my first role at the Playhouse was in 2008, possibly, Tuesdays with Mohr, where despite the makeup, I actually played the young guy. So, yes.
That's been a challenge for us, aging up a little bit. This age makeup is a new experience for me that I'm still learning night by night. You just get to
And it was just sad for me because all it took is a little bit of gray to make me look around my 60s, so it was a little heart-wrenching for me.
Ooh, a favorite scene. My favorite is actually when I'm not on stage. It's when they do the production number Mein Herr. It's my favorite. I love how the moment where Sally Bowles comes down, she does her intro, and then all the Kit Kat girls start to come out from the shadows, and you can hear the chair scraping across the stage floor before you actually see the girls come out from the shadows. It's very empowering, and it's wonderful to watch.
My favorite scene in the show is my final scene. Fraulein Schneider takes a really lovely arc in the show. She falls in love and looks to her future, and then has to make some hard decisions. And the final scene has one of my favorite songs that I've ever performed. It's called "What Would You Do?" So it's been really interesting to explore the emotion that she goes through the show, and really try to develop that and kind of dig in to that part.
My favorite part, it's not my part, I would say, would be watching Mein Herr.
Oh,
Herr.
yeah.
It's just so fun to watch and listen to every night. It's awesome.
The choreography, the
Yeah.
lights, I mean, it's fantastic.
And then I'd say the favorite part that I'm in would be our last scene together, just the last beat, where Fraulein Schneider says, "I understand." It's 2 words, that's it, and so much
And
needs
it's
to be
your
communicated, and it just lands. And yeah, it's just a really powerful moment.
We have a lot of really fun moments too, though.
Mhm.
We get to dance around with fruits and
We get to be fruity.
and be charming and in love.
I really enjoy singing cabaret. That is a pretty unparalleled theatrical experience for me as a performer, to sing that with the live orchestra and beautiful costume and set. But I would say for a scene, well, I guess I am in the scene, but the finale is extremely evocative and powerful. To watch Deidra, the MC, close the show, it's very powerful.
I probably have 2 favorite moments, and Neither of them actually really have anything much to do with me. The first one I'd say is when Deidra sings "I Don't Care Much." It's a gorgeous song, probably one of the most haunting songs I've heard in musical theater, and it's just, I spend a lot of time waiting during that song off in the wings, and I can see all these characters come and go in this moment as Deidra's just pouring her heart out on stage, and it's just, it's a nice little moment that I can just sort of soak into myself while I'm waiting. Another one, also a similar moment, is right when you're about to sing Maybe This Time.
Oh.
The lighting shifts, and if there was like a camera right here, like it's probably one of the most cinematic things I've seen on stage. And you can see the emotions pour through your characters. You're getting ready to sing this.
Thank you. That's another one of my favorite parts. Maybe.
The set design, the lighting is fantastic. Alex Graff has done just, there's over 500 light cues in this show, which is a lot.
Yeah.
The orchestra is beautiful. The costumes are fantastic. But Angie Lampy made a dress for me in one day because the one I was using wasn't working for a quick change, and she made this beautiful like period dress in one day. And it's, I mean, all the costumes are fantastic. The makeup and the way the makeup changes through the show as it progresses. There's so many kind of nuggets.
Yeah, there's a lot of detail that went into all of these pieces. And just to watch the opening of this beautiful, smoky type cabaret, and how interesting everybody looks, and then to watch their costumes and makeup and everything kind of deteriorate as things start to fall apart. And if you're watching it, you can see that detail. It's very interesting to see. Oh my gosh, that changed.
That change, yeah. And
I think it's a fantastic production. I can personally say that this might be the most talented cast I've ever worked with. Every single night, I swear, like literally her and like Craig and Jill and Deidra and all of the side characters just outdo themselves literally every night. They raise the bar more and more.
It's a lot of fun to see the audience reactions.
It's uncomfortable. It's like we're used to clapping during these parts, but should we be clapping for this type of thing? It
Because
plays against the norms for probably some of the audience, and it's interesting to
It's really interesting to see how they react. And some people, they'll laugh at things that really aren't funny.
But it's just their reaction. Yeah,
It's neat to be able to, with each audience, it's so different, and to talk with the rest of the cast and just see how that plays into our performances.
Number one, you should see it because it's a beautiful set. Wonderful and inviting to the eyes, but then the story is marvelous and very pertinent to today. It's definitely about these people that are just surviving, and you come at the very beginning, top of Act 1, and it seems like it's a party, it's inviting, they want you to come and enjoy everything that they have to offer, and then we start realizing that there is life behind that facade of fun and entertainment, and that's what was really hard hitting, and I think it's very pertinent to present day situations. And it's kind of one of those things where you have to sit back and go, wow, to survive, what could I do to get through this? And since it is kind of part of history, you don't want to forget that at all. And at the same time, I mean, some great singers, some great actors, a wonderful live orchestra. So I would definitely come and take a peek while you still have a chance. Just come see Cabaret, if you would. We promise we won't bite too hard.
I was enjoying the nice lighting shift moment for Maybe This Time. She was getting an eyeful of two strangers just going at it.
That was a new experience for me as a performer.